Hello, welcome back to my wonderful world of prepositions. As promised, here is another video of prepositions. The last one was about prepositions of place. Now we are diving into prepositions of time. And just to recap, prepositions are words that usually come before a noun or a pronoun that connect, link them with other parts of our sentence, and they indicate relationships such as time. And so when we're discussing time, prepositions of time, we are working with things like at, in, or on. So let's take a deeper look at this. We'll dive into it. So at is going to be exactly. Exactly. You know when it's going to happen. I'm going to come to your house at 8 a.m. At 8 a.m. So you know at 8 a.m. that's where I'll be. Pick me up at 5 p.m. Again, exactly. Um, we can also use phrases such as come to my house at lunchtime. Lunchtime would be an exact time because usually we all typically eat lunch around the same time, usually in the afternoon. Um, I'm hoping to see you at breakfast, and we know that's going to be in the morning, so at breakfast. We also have specific phrases that we can use at the moment, at present, at night, at the weekend. So again, when we're working with at, we know the exact time. Let's take a look at another one. In. So in is not exactly. It's like a period of time. We're not exactly sure. So for example, I like to go swimming in the summer. You know, in the summer, I like to go swimming, but you don't know exactly when. It could be June, it could be July, it could be August. You don't know when, but in the summer. We can use it for months. In May, of course, in summer, in 2002. You don't know when something exactly happened, but you know it happened in 2002. And remember, we could say in the 90s, in the 20th century, in the morning, in the evening, and of course, at, if we're going to be very specific, at night, or exactly at night, very specific. But if we're talking with a period of time and we're not exactly sure, it's going to be in. All right, let's take a look at the other one, on. On is a little bit different because now instead of knowing an exact time or a period of time, we're working with dates, holidays, days of the week. On Sunday, I like to go to brunch. On Tuesday, I like to go to the farmer's market. We can also work with dates. On November 10th will be your birthday. On January 1st is New Year's Day. And then, of course, we can use holidays. On Christmas Day, please come to my house. I could also say Valentine's Day falls on a Monday, or on Valentine's Day, we will have chocolate. So, again, when we're working with days of the week, specific holidays, specific dates, we will use on. And I just want to recap very briefly. When we're talking about exact time, you know exactly when something's going to happen, you will use at. In is a period of time, period of time. In the summer, in the morning, not exactly sure, but in a period of time. And then on will be day of the week, a certain date, or specific holidays. And of course, if you want a little practice, here's some questions we can go over. You can go over with your roommate, your colleague, your friend, the dog, whoever. What time do you usually wake up? I wake up at 6:30 a.m. So we're talking exactly. What do you usually do on the weekend? I play soccer on Saturday because we're talking about a day. What happens in your country in the summer? It gets very hot in July. So, again, we don't know when in July, but in July. And of course, what happens in your country in the summer? Well, it gets hot. So I hope that's helpful. Always reach out to me for questions or concerns. And of course, there's more fun videos to come on prepositions because wait, we're not done with them. We're just getting started. All right.